Welcome back to the NFPT podcast, where we make you feel confident walking into your CPT exam. Welcome back to the NFPT podcast. And here we are today, continuing to prepare you for CPT exam day by covering more on nutrition, specifically trending diets. And even though trending diets may come and go, the underpinnings of why clients might see results initially, typically that won't change over time. So we'll give you a sample test question on trending diets. And right about now, we are going to get started. But first, remember, I'm your host, Erin Mahoney, General Manager of NFPT and longtime certified personal trainer. And here we are to make you successful. So let's talk about why trending diets are part of what a certified personal trainer needs to do on day one of their job. So, first of all, when we say trending diets, so examples can include right now the keto diet, intermittent fasting, gluten free diet, juice cleansing, any type of nutrition habit or routine that a client is following in order to lose weight. And the reason why this topic is important for personal trainers is because inevitably clients will ask you questions about the diet that they might be following or something that their friend has followed, or they may have had success with a specific trending diet in the past. And remember that nutrition can be very emotional for some clients, and especially if they've gotten great results with a trending diet. So it's important that you have scientific knowledge around how these things work so that you can diffuse the conversation if needed. Now, for you and studying, what you need to know as a personal trainer. First of all, you want to know the different variables that are impacting the client's number on the scale. So, what are all the things that could be happening that cause that number to go up or down? And then you need to be able to know how to answer questions related to client diets and their goals. So, again, those clients are going to bring you questions. You need to be able to respond to them. You'll also need to know the basic principles that guide weight loss and weight gain, because this is part of program development. Regardless of whether you have your nutrition coaching specialization or not, it still is a very critical factor in whether a client will achieve their fitness goals or not. And then lastly, the other thing you need to know are behavioral coaching principles for nutrition and exercise. So, how we coach a client into sticking with our recommendations is going to be very similar with exercise as it is for nutrition. So, there you have it. Now, we're not done yet. Remember, nutrition is covered on the final exam, but to get advanced information on nutrition, you would want to get your nutrition coaching specialization. You'll get a taste of nutrition, but you need to, no pun intended, but for this to be a standalone service offering that you give clients, make sure you seek out that specialization. All right, let's go through that sample test question. I will read you the question, then I will read you the answer options, and then we'll go through which of those answer options are incorrect and which is correct. All right, here we go. A client loses 3 to 5 pounds the first 2 weeks of intermittent fasting. What's likely guiding that weight loss? Is it A, fat loss, B, lean body mass loss, C, normal fluctuations, or D, water weight loss? Now, your little hint to answer this question is remember, there are 3,500 calories in 1 pound of body fat. And here's that question again. A client loses 3 to 5 pounds the first 2 weeks of intermittent fasting. What's likely guiding that weight loss? Is it A, it's fat loss, B, lean body mass or muscle loss, C, natural normal fluctuations, or D, water weight loss? All right, let's talk through each one of those. So, answer option A, fat loss, is not correct. It would be very difficult for it to be correct. So, if a client loses, let's say, 5 pounds each week for the first 2 weeks of intermittent fasting, and we know that 3,500 calories are in a pound of body fat, then that means they would have had to create a 35,000 calorie deficit. That is a lot. And that is very difficult to achieve in such a short amount of time. So we know in this instance, it is not all fat loss. It could be some fat loss, but it is not all fat loss. It's not guiding the weight loss. Then we've got lean body mass loss or muscle loss. Now, again, answer option B is this could happen also. So we could be losing fat and losing lean body mass, but we're not going to be losing anywhere from 6 to 10 pounds in 2 weeks of muscle tissue. It takes a little bit more time than that to go through all of our muscle tissue, thankfully. C, normal weight fluctuations. Now, that could also be true, but normally the body isn't going to be fluctuating by 3 to 5 pounds each week with a result of almost 10 pounds per week of fluctuation. So even though A, B, and C could all be happening, what we know about nutrition and trending diets is that it is very likely answer option D, which is water weight loss. And the reason why it becomes water weight loss and why it's not any of the others is because any extremely low calorie diet is going to dehydrate the body. And the client will first go through that water weight and then they'll get excited because they see those numbers on the scale going down. So remember that it is typically water weight loss. Now, the NFPT differentiator is that CPT set six. Remember, the NFPT differentiator is that CPT success should not be complicated, and we're here to provide the most straightforward and supported path. If you want more, you can get immediate nutrition coaching takeaways with our nutrition webinar series bundle. Or you can also check out our recorded exam prep series if you're still pursuing your CPT. And this recorded exam prep series, by the way, helps you with any CPT exam that you might be trying to go through. And if you use the coupon code NFPT Podcast 10, that's the number 10, 10, NFPT Podcast 10, that will give you an additional 10% off either of those products. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for joining. Stay well, keep moving.